Okay, hi. So welcome to another class. I hope you've been enjoying the classes that we have been lately. But if you have any questions, I'm always available for answers. Okay. From the last written separation class that we did, there were some little corrections or advancements I would love to make to that, and I want to change a model from the former one, which we use the Gaussian blow for this class of frequency separation 2. We'll be using mixer brush tool, which is another way people do their frequency separation. However, the way you separate the texture from the color by creating two layers is still the same, so I'm going to be skipping that step, then just go straight to using the mixer brush tool to patch things up. Then I would love to add that when you're converting, when you're doing your when you're creating your low frequency layer and high frequency layer, you need to understand the number or the numeric operation of your Gaussian blow in the first instance before you start to increase it in the second instance where you're treating the low frequency layer. In essence, what I'm trying to say is that if your number operation is high, that means you have more details in the high frequency layer. But when your number is low in your Gaussian blow, that means you have more details in the color layer. So most often than not, I love to have more details in the color layer, since it's the layer I will be working with a lot of time. A lot of people with different strokes for different folks, but this is how I love to do mine, and it works for me. So check out and just keep trying and find out what works for you. So this is a picture I took of a senior programmer from a prestigious university of Oyekiti. He happens to be my brother, and like that. So he was around in the studio. He's a programmer, and that's the idea behind the picture. He's a programmer and a software developer. Then what I need a creative shoot that signifies confidence, even out of whatever the world throws at you, you still have the confidence in what you do. I think that's the concept behind this picture. So the water comes and everything was shot with the camera, straight up from camera, the picture you're seeing. Then the laptop was there, seated on his laps, and we have a way of waving the water off the laptop. So we have some splashing around there. Alright, so let's cut the story short. I'm just trying to give you orientation on creative build-up of pictures, and that's that. So I already have an action for my frequency separation, so I'm running the action here. So this is what I'm saying, that in your Gaussian blow, if you leave your radius number to be 14 pixels, you have more details in the high layer than in the low layer. But I love to keep it simple and low, so I go 3. So I have more details in the low layer than the high layer, so I go okay with that. So I'll pick my brush tool, and I make sure I pick mixer brush tool. So in my mixer brush tool, I set everything to be 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, and okay, leave that at 10. Then custom, my weight is 15, load is 15, mix is 15, flow is 15. Then make sure it's transparent. I'm cancelling that it's transparent right there. I'm loading the brush. I need a clean brush, so I will not zoom in too much so I don't mess up the pictures. and I love to bring something at the top here when I'm doing a focus separation with water like this. I love to come to my windows and activate my navigation. So I'm going to be activating navigator. So I'm bringing the navigator here so I can easily see what I'm doing at the time. Alright, so we'll start to brush. So because you've not used this before, let me go to make you see the before and after. See the significant difference we've made there. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. And I need to do this so minutely so you don't just mess up the picture and make it all flat out. I'm just brushing like 3 times, 1, 2, 3. But I hold it down and I go in circles like that. Hold it down and hold it in circles so I don't mess up too much of details. And I just brush. To a reasonable extent, I prefer my Gaussian block to this, but this might be the solution to your frequency separation. So that's why I thought of doing this class for you. I've been using Gaussian block over the years. It's been working for me. I see no reason to change, except if Photoshop stops us from using that in the next development. So just be brushing lightly. You may not see a lot of things you're doing here right now, but trust me that you're doing a lot. It may just be difficult to sight it, but a lot is going down into the system right now. A lot is going down, so I don't want you to do it too much. Don't do it too much. A lot of people that do this works with a Wacom tablet. I work with a mouse, which I believe you're doing with a mouse too, so it makes this class easier for you. But if I'm using a Wacom tablet without my mouse, I think I messed up water there. I'm going to undo that. I'm going to illustrate the skin. That's the water there. Come to this area. I don't want to mess up the shadow. And bring in highlights a little, then mix the shadow up. Alright, so let's see. I want us to see the before and after, so we know how far we've come. This is the before of the picture, and this is after. So you see that we've made a lot of significant difference on the skin. So that's why I said you should not do it too much, else you mess up the picture entirely. So this area you can do it a little bit harder. It's not a perfect skin tone. The knee is different from, but you don't want to model the knee together around there. So you want to retain the highlight position here, shadow here, the shadow that is here, and the highlight position there. Let me see what I can do with this laptop. Let's maybe if you brush up this laptop a little, it isn't making any difference. Okay. Then you reduce the brush size, so I can reduce the brush size so I can do this right here and do that right there. Increasing the brush size also so I can roll the size up more. I love the way the water stays with the iPad, so I can do a lot with this because the water is on the high frequency layer. Alright, so this is where we are now. This is the before, this is the after. Before and after, before and after, before and after. I love to show this as many times as possible so your eyes can register that we've moved very far. We've moved very far in this picture. So the next thing we want to do is our what's the name? Alright, so I will be doing dodge and burn. Lastly, I have actions that I've already designed for my dodge and burn. Let's play this and see what's up. Okay, this works. So it's an action already for my dodge and burn. I can make the action available for the price. No, never mind. So I will teach you how to create your own actions. I will leave you some cash flow. If you want to buy my actions, I can easily set them the preset. You can install them and forever use them in your system. But it won't come without the price. So moving forward, this is the before and after. So when anytime I want to do my dodge and burn, I always love to off my frequency separation layer. So I don't want to see what I've done with frequency separation while I mix up my light and shadow. It's like you're mixing things like a DJ. So remember, you're picking up your burn tool, then I'm zooming in a little. So I'm just trying to burn areas that are burnt. I don't know how that sounds. Okay, so bring it out a little. My exposure is on 4. Range is on mid-tone. Exposure on 4, range on mid-tone. Well, as much as possible. Let me see what I can do with this laptop. I don't want to do too much. So the brushing, I can just make it a little bit darker. Increase the brush size, so I can just do that right there. So that makes sense. Now remember the jacket, because you've seen a black jacket does not mean darkness falling or part of it. We're treating light here. So this jacket area should be painted with impression. So this area will be painted with dodge. So I'm dodging this side. There's too much in this hand. So we do that right there. Then remember that you messed up the knee when we're doing that. When we're doing a frequency separation. Teaching is not easy. Okay. Alright, so this is where we are now. Before and after. Let's bring it up. Let's bring it low by pressing the command 0 to shape it properly before and after. I've added the letter black into it. Okay, so I'm starting to add brightness. So I'm changing from burn 2 to dodge 2. So like the highlighter fell there, so I'm brushing that up. I'm gonna start from a very simple part. Okay, so I like the highlight there. It's too much. I like the highlight there. I like the highlight on my laptop. Okay, the exposure is too much here, so I'm reducing it to 4. Business 4. Okay, so let's continue with this. So we're switching to dodge. So I'm dodging dodging bullet. Alright, so let's try to get white the appropriate areas. Space is touched. So I'm going to increase that, touch this area. And every person is life in this space. I love the pattern of life. Everybody calling me this morning. Apologies. Hello. Good morning, ma. Which studio? Which studio? Home touch. I'm not with home touch. And that was a long time ago. Old client. No. Okay, so I'm still brushing through this. Sometimes doing this fresh sometimes. Alright, so this is where we are now. Check it before and after. So I love to off the background layer. Hello, don't just calling my number again. Hello. Yeah, good morning. Hello, I'm with you, yeah. Yeah, good morning, mom. Yeah, you just called me now. So, okay. Blow, Gaussian blow. So, I'm applying the Gaussian blow to our, so everything can fit in properly. Still motion. So, this one, so it can fit in and blend into the system properly. Before and after, before and after. So that is how far we have come. So next thing I want to do is merge all the layers into one layer, then take it to camera raw. So Control Shift Alt E, Shift. That's now. Control Shift Alt E, then Control Shift A to go to. So I have a preset here. I will apply the preset and see if it works. It's on my time. It didn't work for me properly. So what I want is reduce my. I think I love my highlight, but I don't like white. I remove white a bit. Then bring back to the assistant and then put my eyepass. Do what you're looking to and change it. You can see what's that light change. See that red was not very focused to the light. You have to look at the dimension of this plane, then red around this, and looking back to my red to keep the picture cozy and natural enough. So I think that's all I want to do here. I will increase the contrast a little. Just a little. Before and after. It's a little bit of difference. So I'm going to be zooming now. I'm going to zoom that in. That's right. Let's go that way. I don't know what's wrong. System just. What's wrong with my position? Intact. Desktop and see what's up. Okay. My desktop is having an issue. So, okay, there was a mistake. So I'm going to be deleting the layer. Then I come back to my frequency layer. I've not treated the pimples on the face, so we're taking the iPad, then picking my healing brush too. So we're chasing that away from. We're chasing that away from. Concept is to remove pimples from the face, not any other blemish or blemishes. Yeah. And remember that. So I'm just going to try to see that out. Okay, so I'm going to return to that. Then go to my blender. I will increase contrast or clarity in the final. And bars to bring them all right. Not so much. Actually, I just repeated. I'm going to send you zooming in. It's perfect. So this is perfect, and that's how you do frequency separation. So the next thing I want to do is to color correct this picture. So coloring this picture, I use I opened that, I didn't touch it, so I'm coming to my, so let me highlight the picture first, and give it the kind of tone I want. I want this picture to be warm. I want the picture to be warm. That should be active, it can be cold. It's been an active picture. So here we are. And I'm bringing this curve up, and I've not done anything with it. So what I'll be doing with this curve is just reduce the red, then do this brief increment, then the blue. Let's see what I can do with blue. I can also increase this a bit to introduce this. Okay, and I'm going to be leaving it right there. Bring this down a bit. Okay, before and after. That was a big deal. That was a very big deal. Before and after. Before and after. So just bring the property of this a little. So you see the difference from here to here. That's the way of seeing the picture box. You see two senses. So before and after. So to warmness in the picture now. So next thing I want to add or play around with is selective color. Kind of flat image. Nice. Okay, so trim the black a little. Another color. Let me treat the color here. Another color here. Another color. Another color. So this is where we are now. So let me do a consolidation with levels and just go on auto. Correct. I love what to put levels. So this is what it gave me. So I'm gonna give this opacity. Sometimes it doesn't work this way. It doesn't just brighten the picture. Sometimes it looks nice as bullshit. Then just play around it. So look where the picture is bright. The colors are nice. The water is in shape. So I'm going to be adding in that curve. I'm just bringing down overall light. Just a little. Just a little like that. Just a little. Just a little. So alright, so when that is done, I have to zoom in. Not to zoom in. Alright, so I'll be making all the layers into one layer again. To press Ctrl Shift Alt E. So I'll be adding iPath to this picture. Filter. Okay, so let me put this layer first. I'll put the layer. So I'll be going all that iPath. So then, because of the water, I may have two iPath clear. Then don't forget you can easily always reduce your part of this. I'm going to vivid light. Zoom in. And light is harsher or is more, it has more detail than vivid light. So this is where we are now. I'm going to just reduce the opacity a little, just like 90. It's like 90. And this one thing I really love to do a lot of times, especially when I'm editing this kind of picture. I'm going to merge everything to one layer again. I'm going to duplicate by pressing Ctrl J. So in the duplicate layer, what I'm doing is I'm going to here, then I'll go to blur, then I'll go to lens glow. I'm going to be adding lens glow a lot of it, like that. Let's press OK straight up. Make sure it's much, and then as you paint around it. Wow. Alright, so the next thing I want to do is from here, I just want this to go like this. So I'm going to feather it very fine. And I'm going to do. I don't know if you understand what I did. Let me do it again so you understand. I'm just selecting this. Now I duplicated this layer. I added lens blur to it, so before and after. So on this layer I added lens blur. I'm going to pick in my polygon lasso tool, then pick through an area that I want to make visible. there. Then I'm going to increase the feather. Feather makes the edges softer, so I'm even increasing this to 100. So it makes the edges softer. Then I'm deleting it. And I'm going to undo. To the next color. So this is the before and after of this picture. So I'm going to be reducing the opacity a little. Before and after. So that makes a lot of sense to it. So let's crop it. Then I love to, after doing this, I'll make everything to one layer again. So I'm going to transform it, Ctrl C. Then I will do this slightly. Don't do this always. It messes up your picture when you're not editing the right picture. Because every time I shift button, I'll just increase it one step up. Too much. Just one step. Okay. Now this is half. Just need it a step. 2 steps is too much. Just 1 step. And the question is, what is the meaning of that? So check before and after this picture. This makes him look more giant and tall and confident. So before and after. Then I'm gonna brand this picture with my logo, and that will be the end of the class. Thank you. I hope you learned something. Yeah.